Total History of Rome, From Myth to Empire. Intro, The Blood of Mars. Block 1, Trojan Refugees. The story of Rome does not begin in Italy, but in the burning ruins of Troy. Aeneas, a hero of divine blood, fled the fallen city carrying his elderly father on his back and holding his son's hand. He carried the sacred fire of a destroyed civilization across the Mediterranean. This journey was not just a flight, it was a mission from the gods. After years of wandering and battles, Aeneas reached the shores of Latium. His arrival planted the seed of a new bloodline, one that combined the ancient wisdom of the East with the raw strength of the West. This was the foundation. Rome was destined to be the new Troy, but far more powerful.
Block 2, Romulus and Remus. Centuries later, fate took a darker turn. Two twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, were born to Rhea Silvia, a Vestal virgin, and Mars, the god of war. To save them from a jealous usurper king, they were placed in a basket and cast into the Tiber River. But the river did not drown them. It delivered them to the foot of the Palatine Hill. There, a she-wolf, the Lupa, found them. Instead of devouring the infants, she nursed them with her own milk. This wolf represents the Roman spirit, fierce, wild, and predatory. Raised by a shepherd, the boys grew into natural leaders, unaware that the blood of a war god flowed in their veins.
Block 3, Murder of a Brother. When the brothers decided to build their own city, a deadly dispute arose. Romulus wanted the Palatine Hill, Remus chose the Aventine. They looked to the sky for an omen, but the gods gave ambiguous signs. In a fit of rage and pride, Romulus began digging a trench to mark his city walls. Remus, mocking the low wall, jumped over it. In Roman culture, a wall is sacred. To cross it without permission is an act of war. Romulus struck his brother down, killing him on the spot. "So perish everyone who leaps over my walls," he declared. Rome was founded in 753 BC, not on peace, but on fratricide. The first law of Rome was written in the blood of its own family. Chapter 1, The Kings of 7 Hills. Block 1, 7 Kings. For 244 years, Rome was ruled by kings. There were 7 in total, each adding a layer to the Roman identity. Romulus gave the city its name and its army. Numa Pompilius gave it religion and the calendar. Others built the Great Sewer, Cloaca Maxima, and the massive temples. These were not just monarchs, they were lawmakers and conquerors. However, as the city grew wealthier, the kings grew more arrogant. The crown, once a symbol of protection, became a symbol of chains. The people began to whisper, "Why should one man hold the power of life and death over us all?" Block 2, Rape of the Sabine Women. In its early days, Rome had a problem. It was a city of men, warriors, outcasts, and runaway slaves. There were no women to ensure a future. Romulus sent messengers to neighboring tribes, like the Sabines, asking for marriage alliances, but he was rejected with contempt. So he orchestrated a trap. During a great festival of games, at a prearranged signal, the Romans snatched the Sabine women and carried them off. This sparked a brutal war. But the story has a shocking twist. When the armies met for the final battle, the Sabine women ran onto the field, placing themselves between their fathers and their new Roman husbands. They chose peace over vengeance, merging the two peoples into one. This was Rome's first lesson in assimilation. Turn your enemies into your citizens. Block 3, Tarquin the Proud and Lucretia. The era of kings ended in a nightmare. The final king, Tarquin the Proud, was a tyrant who took the throne through murder. His son, Sextus Tarquinius, committed a crime that broke the city's patience. He raped a noble and virtuous woman named Lucretia. After telling her family of the horror, Lucretia took her own life to preserve her honor. This tragedy sparked a revolution. Led by Lucius Junius Brutus, the people rose up and drove the Tarquins out of Rome forever. Block 4. Birth of the Republic. From the blood of Lucretia, the Roman Republic was born. The Romans swore a sacred oath: never again would a king rule them. They replaced the crown with 2 consuls, leaders who served for only 1 year and could veto each other. They established the Senate to represent the wisdom of the elders. The word rex, king, became the most hated word in the Roman language. This shift changed everything. Rome was no longer a kingdom, it was a res publica, a public matter. The stage was set for a city to become an empire. To be continued. Subscribe if you want to find out what happens next.